haven't done all our little routines this morning because the sun is about to rise in like 5 minutes, and it's 6:25. Car, come on, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up. It is 12 degrees, 12 degrees, and the sun is rising earlier, but it's getting colder. It's weird. Like the shortest day of the year has already come. I'm in I'm in Australia, guys. So a lot of people go, oh, it's automatically, a sunset or evening because, in your country it is evening. I'm in Australia. It is the other side of the world for a lot of you guys, and the car's warmed up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we can't drive holding the phone, so the car's got to go down. Well, the phone's got to go down. And yeah, so it's starting. The sunrise is earlier. I mean, sorry, earlier, later. No, earlier, earlier. It was like 6:40. Like I swear a week ago, guys, so I could sleep in a little bit longer. But it's not the case. It says 6:30 sunrise today. So I was like, crap, Dora, you actually have to get out of bed and not fumble around on your phone like you bloody do. Okay, here comes the dump truck. Don't hit the dump truck. Dump, dump truck. It's our garbage bin collection on a Wednesday where I live. So, yes, I'm looking forward to see the sunrise, guys. Sunrise in T minus 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Come on, Dora. Come on, Dora. No speeding. 60. We're 60 mile or 60 kilometers an hour. La 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 la. Well, good morning. If you're in the chat, I'm Dora, and it must be confusing. Like, what are you looking at? I know it's very confusing. Trust me. It's okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. So I'm just heading to the beach, and the beach got another set of lights to go through. Well, only one set of lights. A roundabout. Roundabout. Okay, heading to the next set of lights. The only set of lights. Is anyone there? I don't know. It says 0, so that's fine. Just, always like to welcome someone in if there's someone there. Not that I can see who they are. Oh. So, update. Coughing now. I've been putting the tiger oil that I've been talking about. Hey, Debbie Sue. I think it's Debbie Sue. Yes, it's Debbie Sue. Hi, Dora. And it is, I don't know who it says. I can't read who it is. That's okay. Hello, whoever it is. Debbie Sue will say hello to you anyway. I know. And if Debbie Sue says hello to you, I know she knows you. So it's someone from the little community that we're all in. So hi. Stuck at the lights. Stop at the lights. 1 minute. Sunrise is supposed to start. Now, when I left home, guys, when I looked out my window when I was lying in bed, scrolling on my phone, which I shouldn't be doing, guess what? There was this beautiful red tinge in the sky, and I went, it's sunrise, quick, 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 go, go. I looked at my phone, and it's like literally at 6:30. Normally it's 6:38. I've got a little bit more time, right? It takes 5 minutes to get to the beach. It takes me about 5 minutes to do all my little things I need to do in the morning. Debbie Sue, we didn't do our bring, because we just wanted to get to the beach. No stuffing around this morning, just get to the beach. I have a doctor's appointment this morning, 8 o'clock before work. So I really only have a short amount of time this morning. So I was like, get out of bed, get your movement done, stop fumbling around on your phone, which is always my golden rule. Don't look at your phone in the morning. But technically I didn't. I sent a message to Susan. Normally Susan sends me a message in the morning before I even get around to saying hello. I beat her to the trap at the moment. But the only reason I'm beating her at the moment is because she's got Jasper, right? Jasper is taking up a lot of her time. Okay. We have a nice, interesting sunrise. I am going to park in a different place so we can walk and see sunrise, not stop and see sunrise, because I need to walk. The whole idea of me going to the beach is not just see the sunrise, right? And have a chat to my friends on the phone, on looking at the phone, It is to actually do my exercise, right? That is my first, thing that I want to try to do. Morning movement. So anyway, just bear with me. I'm at the beach. Beach is on my left. So you have to go left. I'm very literal, right? That left is this way, right's the other way. Thankfully, I've got a left hand and a right hand, and 10 fingers, and 10 toes. All right, I reckon. Okay, it doesn't hurt to park a little bit further away than we normally park. Something different, right? Something different. Something different. Change is as good as a holiday, right? That's what they say. Today, what do we have to do today? We have to do wall squats today. Wall squats. If you've been following along, and Dora's on a journey. She's always on a journey to do something. Okay, we are parking. Can you see the sunrise behind us? You can see further light. Let's have a look. See? Sunrise. Who we got in the chat? We've got Matt. Okay, okay, hold on, guys. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to go straight to the beach, okay? I will see the chat in a second. Shoes off. Oh, it's cool. I did say it was 12 degrees out here, guys, so it is cold, and I'm complaining for no reason. I am complaining. Ooh, hello. Oh, I like these sunrises like this. All right, let's go to the beach. Oh, I feel like I need my what do you call it? My beanie. Oh, it's going to be cold. Cold. Ready? Oh, looks like the tide went right up here last night. Can you see that? The tide line? Interesting. Guys, pelicans! I don't know if you can see that. There's pelicans there. There's 3 pelicans there. Oh, hello. Hello, Wednesday. This is my Wednesday, guys. Oh, looks like we're going to go walking that way, guys, to see the pelicans. All right, guys, welcome in. Hello, Debbie Sue. You know what? Debbie Sue, I nearly said, hello, Dora, because I was reading the comment. Hi, guys, I'm Dora. If you're new here, you're like, who is this weird person behind the screen? I'm not one of those faceless channels. I am Dora, and I like to do some morning movement in the morning, and I like to see the sunrise, and I like to complain about the cold because, you know what? What else are you going to complain about, Dora? Everything else, right? So, welcome in Travel and Susie. Hello, how you going? Travel and Susie. It sounds like you know Debbie Sue already. I have saved your videos, and I have this I have a playlist that I just play when I forget all my, not forget, but I just don't have time to watch all the videos. So you're on the list, along with a whole lot of other people. But trust me, you're on top of the list. Foraging with Urban Farming is my dancing friend. She's got the moves. Amanda's got the moves. And she also sings, and she plays the guitar. And she gardens. Man, what can't you do, girl? Hello, Amanda. How you going, mate? I can see you are coughing. Yes, I know. Not good, eh? Not good. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. User someone. Hi, how you going, user someone? And art something. Hi, Dora. What are you up to? Well, I was sitting in the car chatting to myself. Not really. I was chatting to someone in the chat. But we're watching the sunrise in southeast Queensland. Now, guys, I did Google it, and it said 6:30. So I think I might have jumped the gun. This is kind of like first light, though in saying that, I think maybe the sun has risen behind that big cloud there. So we will see it go up in a second. So how about we walk this way to see our penguin friends. Oh my God. Where am I? Antarctica? I'm thinking I'm in Antarctica. I think I'm in Antarctica. It's so bloody cold. We're going to go see our penguin. We're going to go see our brain fog. We're going to go see our pelican friends. And then we'll keep an eye on the sunrise, right? Wow, that is a sunrise, right? That is a sunrise. Oh, hey, Carol. Hey, Carol. Hey, Regan. Oh my gosh. It's Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. here. That's wild. Hi. Oh, James. Do you remember me, James? I do remember you, James. Hey, James. So James and I have met in the last couple of days. He's a fellow Queenslander, actually. Queenslander. Woohoo. That's the state I'm in. I'm in southeast Queensland. And I probably think you don't want to see me. You want to see the beach. So we are going to go see the pelicans up here. So James and I have been walking along a new little walkway that I like doing in the afternoon. So instead of going straight home and just, sitting on the couch or sitting there scrolling on my phone when I get home from work, I am making myself go for a walk. And it's been amazing. Amazing. Look, I know you guys, it's not about I'm not all, on my channel, I'm not sprouting about, being size, 0 or anything like that, God. I'm just talking about being healthy and movement, right, on my channel and sharing my experiences, right? I'm not here to teach you anything, really, just amuse you, right? Well, I can see in my face, I'm not as bloated. So, it's starting to, I hold a lot of weight in my face, actually my neck. I have 3 chins. So, yeah, the walk in the afternoon helps. We have the pelican. So James sees me looking for koalas in the afternoon, which I'm obsessed with, right? But I'm really obsessed with any kind of wildlife that I can get my hands on and have a look at. Not get my hands on literally. I'd never get my hands on an animal. But these guys are so beautiful. Hello, pelican. Hello, darling. If we time it right, we'll get behind the pelican and we'll see a sunrise. Hello, pelican. Good morning, gorgeous. They're just so graceful. Look at that. Okay, if I just stop here and we just watch him, and we just let him gracefully go through, we'll get the sunrise behind. We've got Mark. Matt, hey Matt, how you going? Mark Forbes. Hi, Mark Forbes. Where's everyone from? I always like to know where all these new people are from. Someone just sent me a star. Thank you for the star. I don't really know how those stars... Oh, look, guys. There's the sunrise, guys. Oh, we got a sunrise with a pelican. Oh. Well, welcome in, guys. I absolutely adore watching the sunrise. It feels like just a special moment between me and the universe. Though I'm holding a phone. Oh, thank you for this beautiful morning. Thank you for getting me out of bed early. It's 6:39, guys. That's the time that's the time the normal sunrise comes up, except Dora was here 10 minutes earlier. That's not a bad thing, right? That's not a bad thing. I googled the sunrise and it said 6:30. That's why I'm here early. So maybe I'm just on time. Maybe there's something in that little equation. Oh my gosh, guys, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Welcome in, guys. This is Southeast Queensland. James, there's another, is there another? Oh, there's Jason from Wisconsin. Hello, Jason from Wisconsin, and every D22. Okay, the chat's going too fast, guys. Slow down, slow down. It's very red-orange, isn't it, Amanda? It's very red-orange. It's beautiful. So I'd love you to take the time to think about what you're grateful for this afternoon, this evening, this morning, depending on where you are in the world watching this. I don't think we can never be, grateful enough. I'm grateful that I get to share this with you guys. I'm grateful that I have these eyes that I can actually observe that sunrise that is like beating at us. So that's my cue to do my jumping for joy. If you're new here, just watch, it's okay. I don't have to explain everything. Where's the sunrise? Actually, let's go the other way, guys. Let's go the other way. It's a better view for you. Selfie camera doesn't do it justice. All right, let's go. Well, that was my jumping for joy. Wow, guys, that is so beautiful. Guys, I'm just going to buff out for a second. I just want to take a screenshot, or a photo, should I say. So just give me a second while I take a photo, okay? It'll buff out for a second, okay? Okay, welcome back in, guys. It has well and truly risen. You can see it behind the cloud there. That's why it's not that full-on brightness as it normally is. We're going to quickly walk up here because I think there's a couple of pelicans hiding behind there, or there's one down here. So either way, I've got to remind myself where I'm parked. I'm parked just over there. Okay, cool. I know where I am. But just remind me, I'm parked near the school. I'm parked near the school. All right, so we're off in pursuit of our pelican friends. When I got out of the car, it said 12 degrees, guys. 12 degrees. No wonder why my feet are a little cold this morning, guys. My little peanuts are a little bit cold. They're a little bit... Oh, hello. Oh, my goodness, guys. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. I'd love to know in the chat what you're grateful for this morning. What are you grateful for? Or this afternoon or this evening? What are you grateful for this afternoon, this evening, this morning, depending on where you are in the world? We got Matt from the UK. We've got Debbie Sue from Virginia. We have James from Queensland. And Amanda's from Oklahoma. Okay, those pelicans, those little pelicans, they disappeared from us. They were here, now they're gone. These are storm water drains. Sometimes when we walk through here, they're completely covered up. It's interesting how the tide changes the sand. Anyway, we're going to walk this way, guys. We're walking this way. Travel. Okay, let's go with Susie. Susie says, I'm grateful that I got my dad's puzzles and got him home before the heat got to him. Oh, I'm glad you got to your dad and you got the puzzles. Was your dad, where was your dad? At a friend's house? Are you looking after your dad? Sorry, Susie, I probably don't know too much about you yet. But that's a nice thing to be grateful for. It's very grateful, it's really nice that you still have your father with you. I talk a lot about my dad and how much I miss him terribly. It'll be 9 years in September that he's passed away. Oh, I got a party hat. Someone sent me a party hat. Broke but bountiful blessed is my friend Carol. Carol sent me a party hat. Does that mean because we're going to party? Carol, I saw that you put a little, you watched one of my videos. I quickly reminded myself that I haven't seen Carol for ages. And Carol's got a brilliant channel. She does a lot of showing you what she does with her grocery hauls, especially with vegetables. She is vegetarian, I believe. I'm pretty sure you're vegetarian. I think I'm pretty sure. Yes, I think you are. And she shows us what she does with the vegetables. She basically kitchen preps. She basically, cuts all the vegetables up, put them in containers, and that's why she makes sure that they don't get wasted. Wastage is a huge waste of money, right? Man, that looks like a mushroom, doesn't it? But that is the sun beating down at us, literally. I can't even see the chat now, guys, sorry. But I saw on Carol's channel, Carol is Broke but Bountiful Blessed, and she also loves to garden, right? I think that's how we connected, because I love gardening too, right? She was gardening a lot of tomato plants on her deck. So, I mean, that's what I love to do, right? I like to grow things in planter boxes on my deck, because it just kind of shows people that even with small spaces, you can grow things. And Carol definitely grows things. She's growing herbs. But when I looked at her channel, I quickly saw that she has a little grandbaby. There was a grandbaby song. There was a song. And then I just looked at the pictures of the grandbaby. Very cute. Carol, how have you been, mate? I've been a little preoccupied with life and just, I'm going to be honest. And, people might not like to hear this, but I sound very, very one-sided here. But, yeah, I am taking a mindful look at my life and just not scrolling away at it. I realise that you can either live your life or you can scroll away on your phone. And I know that, I do live streams and, half of you people, might not know me, and that doesn't really sound very nice the way I said that. The other half in the chat kind of know me, and they know that I'm not being disrespectful. It's just I'm trying to be as honest as I am, that I am trying to live my best life, and that's, to be honest, not scrolling on my phone. It's walking on a beach, it's going hiking, and I guess, in time I want to figure out how to not take the phone with me. I love sharing my adventures with you guys, and in the last couple of weeks, Debbie Sue and I have kind of figured out that, I can do live streams. She can do her drumming on the other side of the world. I can be drumming also, and we're kind of drumming together. Or we can be watching, we can be both watching Susan's live stream, but we're having a chat. It's very weird. It's like a new age, right? Okay, so that's where my car is. That's a school over there. And let's walk the beach. So that was kind of nice and kind of unique to be able to, a different way of kind of connecting with a friend. Obviously, Debbie Sue lives, halfway around the world. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, not sorry, because I'm not sorry. Like I said, I'm not intentionally missing out on seeing people's content. It's just that I can't keep up with everyone's content either. I have a lot of people that I follow and subscribe to, a lot of amazing channels. And if I actually sit down every day and watched everyone's new video, I wouldn't actually be able to go to work. So, I work full time too. I'm trying to look after my body. I'm also trying to make my own content, which I struggle to do. And I do question that, maybe I struggle to make the content because I'm too distracted watching other people's content. There could be something in that. And sorry guys, I can't really see the chat. The sun is like beaming at me, so it makes the chat a little bit fuzzy. So anyway, Carol, I am thinking of you, put it that way. So I gotta say, when someone comments on my videos, I will then go over and check out their videos, right? Because if I have the time, all right? But technically, in the morning, I shouldn't be looking at the phone. That's why I have that save list, and it actually is called "Come Back and Look at These Channels." That is exactly what my playlist is called. So if I'm in someone's live stream, like I think I was in, and that's the other thing, right? I'm trying to spend a little bit more time watching some of my friends' live streams, because a lot of people support my live streams. So I figure I can't watch everyone's content. I can't watch everyone's live streams. It's just too difficult. So sometimes you can only do the best you can. And yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to hang out in a couple of people's live streams. I know a lot of people, they just kind of zoom in and zoom out because they think, oh, you know, that way if I just show my face, say hi, and then just get the hell out of there on everyone's live streams, then, you know, that looks like I'm, you know, supporting everyone. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just stop at a few people's live streams and actually hang out there and actually enjoy the chat. I actually do really enjoy chats and getting to know people and actually getting to know the person doing the live stream. Like, for example, I was on traveling with the Combs. They're in Wisconsin. That's how I met Susie, that I haven't really checked out her channel yet, which I need to. But basically what I did was, you know, I was in their chat and I was, you know, asking questions of Ash and Brandon, you know, because, you know, I haven't seen them for a while. And so, yeah, asking them questions about their life and things, just having a chat. And then, you know, I could see in the chat that Susie was quite good friends with them. There's another couple of people. So what I did was, you know, I got their handles and I plonked them into my computer and I saw that, you know, they're quite active. I saved one of their latest videos in my little to come back to playlist. And I sent them I put a message on their video, said, hey, I saved your message, so I saved your video, I'll come back and watch it. And that's what I do, because that way I'm not having to interrupt too much of my live stream. I can go back and watch my friend's live stream and I can remember to come back, because otherwise I will forget. Anyway, it's just my way of doing things. I'm sure I'm not unique. I learned that from Tuber Chat. You know, our mate Kevin from Tuber Chat. I met a lot of friends from Tuber Chat too. He encourages that, you know, to check each other out. Of course, he doesn't want you to leave his live stream, so that's a good way of doing it, right? I don't particularly care if you leave my live stream. I kind of think, well, you know what, no one owns anyone. And I know I shouldn't say that because, you know, I am monetized. I should be trying to, you know, get as many people to my live stream as I can. But, you know what? I know a lot of people surf. It's okay. But, you know, like Carol says, I understand. Yeah, Carol, I mean, I think you probably feel the same, right? I did see on my little scan this morning that, Carol, you're on 1,300 subscribers now. That's amazing. You know, you're growing lovely. Like, you're growing really well. And, you know, you'd probably find the same thing. It's hard, right? I'm always, like, in awe of Debbie Sue. I don't know how she does it. You know, she's in a lot of people's live streams. She supports a lot of people. She makes her own content. You know, she's very, very good at making her own content and getting it out and scheduling it out and then supporting everyone in the chat. I mean, if you look at Debbie Sue's comments are a reflection on A, how good your videos are, and B, you know, how much you kind of, you know, you're in the community. And of course, I know fully well that my comments have definitely dropped, and that's okay because I'm not actually in the community as much. I notice that when I'm in the community, commenting on everyone's videos, watching everyone's videos. When I say commenting, I don't just comment, guys. I always watch the video. That's the other thing. You know, it takes a little time to watch the videos. And you kind of know the people that don't really watch your videos. They just go, oh, like number 13. Or great video. Okay, guys, we're going to get a pelican coming towards us, flying. He's coming in the distance. I'll zoom in a second when he comes a bit closer to us. Oh, no, he's gone the other way. Come back. Come back. Okay, we've lost the pelican. He's flying in the sky that way. So, yeah, I don't want to be spammy. I want to be legit. Like, yeah, so it takes longer. Yeah, so as I said, I work full time and I can't digest all the information. So, yeah, that's why I'm just going to be honest and go, you know what? I haven't seen Carol's videos for ages. So thank you, Carol, for jumping in and saying hello on my video, putting a couple of comments. And, you know, it makes me remind myself that, oh, guess what? I need to go see Carol's videos. So thank you, Carol. But yeah, I know that I probably have lost a few people from watching my live streams and watching my videos because I'm not in their videos and live streams. And that's fine. As I said, I can't be everywhere, and that's okay. I think you got to remind yourself that if you are working full time, you don't have the capacity and the watch hours to watch as much as other people. But at the same time, even if you didn't work, you know, you might be busy doing other things. So, you know, give yourself a little bit of a leeway and go, you know what, it's okay. Obviously, I keep on talking about it, so I'm mulling over it at the moment. And it's true. So anyway, I'm going to shut up and talk about something different. Okay, we've got seagulls down here. So this is the area I'd normally park down here. So it's kind of different to be able to walk, have the sunrise going on my left, on my right. Oh my God, I can't even tell my left or the right this morning. On my right. So it won't be a long live stream this morning. I am starting work earlier this morning. No, I'm not. I'm starting work later. I've got a later start today. Not by much, only half an hour. But I have a doctor's appointment. I have a doctor's appointment before work. I'm going to need to get a referral to get my malaria tablets for Mexico. And I need to talk to her about getting a tetanus shot. I probably had a tetanus shot maybe 10 years ago. So I need to get another tetanus shot because I'm traveling to Africa for 2 months, and the first part of my trip, you know, I wouldn't expect to be going anywhere weird, that I would get any weird diseases like, you know, like tetanus or, you know, Hep A or something weird. I mean, there is Ebola going around too, and a lot of people going, oh my God, Ebola's there, be careful. But, you know, Ebola, you can only get if you're actually like, you know, exchanging blood and bodily fluid with someone that has Ebola. So I guess if Dora keeps her pants on, she'll be fine. Or, you know, doesn't start kissing all the princes in Africa. You know, those emails that you get from the princes of Africa. I'm joking, guys. You know the emails you're talking about, right? The scam emails that says, oh, your distant relative is a prince. And if you pay us $1,000, you will inherit $10 million. Yeah. So yeah, one of those emails. No, I won't be going to meet my prince. I have my Diego in Australia, so I don't need to do that. So I don't really need to worry about Hep B either, because Hep B is transmitted sexually. Hep A is, you know, when you go to Africa, there's a big list of things that they tell you to take, right? You don't have to take all of them, just saying. I'm not a big believer in taking all the vaccinations. So I take the bare minimum that I have to. Not even that I have to. Like, when people tell you got to take a vaccine, I kind of wonder why they're telling you to take the vaccine. And I'll look into what the vaccine is, and if I need to take it, I'll take it, but otherwise I won't take it. Tetanus I have taken because, you know, I do like to go hiking and, you know, working in the garden and stuff like that. But, like, I wouldn't expect to find tetanus in my garden. But in Africa, hiking, the second part of my trip, there's 3 parts to my trip. There's a trip with my school friends, and then there's a trip meeting up with Jazz, Nomad TV, and then the end part of my trip is traveling with a whole lot of random strangers on an overland truck. So, and that's where I'm going to be hiking in Uganda to see chimpanzees, and then another day I'm hiking to see the elusive, amazing mountain gorilla, my like complete bucket list animal, Actually, I don't know. It shares the spot of the beluga whale in, I think it's in Newfoundland. It's in Canada, I think. That is one of the animals I really want to see. I am obsessed with the beluga. Beluga and the mountain gorilla are probably my first two top spots, animals that I would love to see. So I think you guys know that I'm obsessed with animals, especially wildlife, not zoos. Actual animals in their wild. And look, you know, hiking to see the mountain gorillas, they say you have to wear long pants, long sleeves, gloves, because you're holding on to grass roots to pull you up these mountains that you're going up to. So it's pretty hardcore. So Dora's a little, you know, clumsy. She has 2 left feet. You've seen her dance. So yeah, look, I'm sure if I fell over, I'll be fine. But if I fell over and cut myself, you know, there was tetanus in that area, which, you know, Africa does have tetanus, then I could get tetanus. I don't want to get tetanus, just saying. So I'm going to get tetanus shot, as much as I don't want one, but I will get one. Hep A you get that to stop getting, like, if people cook food wrongly or they're cooking food and they've got some, you know, sickness, it's transpired through, you know, food cleanliness and stuff like that. Look, I'm on the bench on that one because, you know, I have travelled a fair bit and my mum has probably exposed me to more things than anything. So I kind of think that I have quite a cast iron stomach. So I don't know, I think I'll be okay. Sorry guys, I am on a rant and I can't see the chat. I have to stop and see the chat. And guys, you know that I am actually walking for my health. So if I stop every couple of minutes to read the chat, then I'm not getting my walking done. And you did hear me say that I actually am going to a doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock, which is in 55 minutes. So technically, I do have time, but just let me do a walk and then I'll turn around and stop and read the chat, okay? So yeah, anyway, so I'm kind of like in two minds. This is my mind. It's like clog it away in there. Like Hep A vaccination. As I said, is to prevent getting, you know, sick from people making, you know, not guaranteed, mind you, either, right? You can still get sick. You know, if cleanliness is not the best. And, you know, Africa, I'm sure, is not, you know, like most Asian countries, third world countries, you know, there's some issues. But, you know, I love street food. So I'm gonna probably try, you know, I am going to try the food. And I really don't know if I really want to take Hep A, to be honest. I've never taken it. And I've travelled to South Africa. I've travelled to South America, into the Amazon jungle. So, yeah, I think I'm not going to get that one. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to take tetanus and get my malaria tablets. And then I think that's all I need to talk about that channel, that subject, to be honest. Just me sharing some rants. God, hello. So what a bit of seagrass down here. There's been a lot of seagrass in the last kind of month and a half, actually. I was at another beach yesterday, a bit above here, by about 5 minutes driving, looking for sea glass and beautiful crystals on the beach. And I found a bit of petrified wood, actually. Love petrified wood. I don't know if anyone's picked up petrified wood before. It's really, really nice. And when you hold it, you can feel the energy, like it's millions and millions of years old. It used to be a tree. Now it's turned into a rock. You know, it would have been around with the dinosaurs. Can you imagine being around with the dinosaurs? So anyway, I feel like I've got a bit of powerful crystal. But anyway, I put in one of my plants, my indoor plants at home. Every time I find some nice rock, I put them in my indoor plants. Just as like, people put pebbles in indoor plants. I'd rather put real rocks in indoor plants. I walk past this guy every morning, actually. Most of the time I'm here. Oh, talking about nice crystals. Morning. Let me stop. Okay, I see Susan. Hey, Susan. I have a doctor's appointment this morning also. Okay, how are you feeling, Susan? Are you feeling a little bit better? Probably not. It's a step forward and one step back, but I sure will get there eventually. Are you talking about your health, Susan, or are you talking about something else? You've lost your voice again. I'm so sick, I'm coughing. It's been weeks now. Oh, Susan. Ah, Susan, we have another Susie in the chat. Not that I call Susan Susie, but some people call you Susie, don't they? So there are new Susan to the chat, a new Susie. Hi, Susan from High Country Home. Oh my God, High Country Australia is her chat name there, but it's High Country Homestead. She's in Victoria, so another state in Australia. She's in completely different weather than I am today. You can see people walking out of the water. I don't know if you can. There are our swimmers. There's a few of them there today. Oh my gosh, that lady's actually in togs. I was about to say that, some people, most people wear big wetsuits, but she's actually in togs. Power to you, love. Power to you. All right, we're going to flip around, guys, and we're going to walk back this way. I need to do my wall squats and I do need to do my push-ups and my tries and my squats. Just getting a little bit of strength training in. I've set my alarm for 7:40 a.m. so that I know that I need to start moving, so that I'm not late for my doctor's appointment before work. Susan, I don't even want to ask, but I'm guessing it's like 0 degrees your way. Susan, where's the snow? I mean, we don't really want snow for you because that will add a lot more element of hardship on the farm, and getting around to feed the animals, and it'll be a lot damn colder. It'll also make it very, very beautiful. I mean, it's already beautiful, your yard and your beautiful backyard of the homestead. But, I do love seeing your snow videos. Like, it's, absolutely stunning, right? And by this stage, it's normally snowing. So it's really interesting that there's no snow yet. There's no snow in the highlands yet. Very interesting. We don't get a huge lot of snow in Australia, guys, just to be clear. It doesn't snow where I am. It's never snowed here. If I drove about 3.5 hours from here, kind of near the border of New South Wales and Queensland, there's a place called Stanthorpe. It's a wine region, great hiking region. They sometimes get flurries, but that's a long way to drive to see a flurry. If you drove about 4 or 5 hours to Glen Innes, kind of like Tenterfield, Glen Innes area, which is over the border in New South Wales, inland a bit, they do get snowed there too sometimes, but it's not guaranteed. If you want to see snow, well, I'll probably go to New Zealand. I actually don't even know if New Zealand have got snow yet. Don't know. A lot of snow in in Australia is actually man-made. We do have snowfields. There's 2 distinct snowfields. They've got Falls Creek, which is actually quite close to where Susan lives. I've been there. That was the first time where I saw snow. That's pretty exciting. They do a lot of man-made snow there. And then there's Hotham. Was it Thredbo? Are they the same thing? I don't know. Maybe there's 3 places, Hotham and Thredbo. But yeah, they basically man-made snow. It's cold, but the winter is fairly warm. I do hope I do get some snow for winter. It is unusual not to have snow on the ground. I know. Dora, you can have all my snow. Yeah, no, Susie. So whereabouts are you, Susie? You're obviously like northern kind of America or central high. Like, I mean, I know Virginia, where Debbie Sue is, she gets a lot of snow. Well, obviously Minnesota, Wisconsin, they get a lot of snow, like Brandon Ash, Mike Adventure Sparks. He gets a lot of snow. Oh my God. But also the other thing for Susan, it'd be nice to show, you know, our friends overseas that it does snow in Australia and how beautiful it is on your homestead. I mean, your homestead's beautiful with the beautiful, you know, green grass and the cows on it, but like to see it in snow. And see, last year you weren't doing live streams, right? You know, you weren't doing live streaming yet. So to see a live stream in snow, Susan, in walking along snow, looking at the cows, oh, I think that'd be like, man, that would be like a $1 million live stream. What's going on here, sun? The sun is definitely well and truly gone up. All right, well, I'm going to go, this is where I normally park my car. For some reason, they've got the witches' hats on the top in the car park there, so I can't park there. I don't know what's going on. No idea what's happening there. But yeah, I purposely drove a bit further down so I could walk into the sunrise instead of standing there looking at the sunrise. Because I notice that I do waste a lot of time, not waste a lot of time, but like I stand there and I talk to you guys and I show you the sunrise where I should actually be walking. There's my friend Tony. He's on a mission. He's always like, what the hell? Why is she always holding a phone? Looking at herself. I used to work for Tony and his wife, Cobb, in a Thai restaurant part-time. One of my little part-time cash cows to earn money to go on holidays. I miss those days. Yeah, what's this, guys? Someone has dumped their iPad. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to chuck it in the bin. Otherwise it'll end up at the beach, right? See what I mean? This is where I normally park, guys. This is Pam. Hello, this is Pam. How are you going? Yes, it would be a great fun live. It would be, Susan. So we're looking forward to some bit of snow. So guys, I think you've all heard the story about why I'm squatting. Because in Africa, I might have to do a number 1 or number 2 over a squatting hole. I'm talking about toilets, right? My favourite subject. So I don't really need to elaborate anymore. I'm sorry. I just got to go do the squats. So I'm going to do 3 sets of 30 holds. Yeah, basically that's what I'm going to do. So let me see. Oh, let's go this way. I need a bit more of a background. I need the bigger area. There we go, that's better. I'm not wearing a microphone, so you can't hear me. Okay, one done. Stretch the legs. So, understanding if you're watching this, you're going, how are you going to squat over a hole on a wall? No, that's not the case. I'm trying to strengthen the quads and the glutes. So I went to a physio last week or the week before, and he gave me some exercises that I have to do alternately, and some exercises I can do every day. So before bed last night, I was doing these exercises that I can do every day while I was typing an email to Debbie Sue. Oh, and it felt good. So again, I'm not here to teach you anything, so please don't be like watching what I do to get any ideas for anything. You know, go to a physio, go to a physician, you know, seek your own advice. I'm not a PT of any description. Please don't do anything I do. He's thirsty, isn't he?
Oh my god. This is about the fourth stop.
Really? You've got a lot of hair, that's why you're thirsty. You want to say hello? Hello. You just want to put water all over me, don't you?
Yeah, he is such a little water dog as well. Like, he would jump right in there.
Yeah.
He's launched himself off the boardwalk before and just gone straight for it.
Really?
Yeah, oh, he's an absolute nut job.
Gorgeous.
He's pretty cute, right?
Yeah, very. See ya. Did you see that golden retriever? That's going to be Susan's little Jasper one day. I'm actually going to babysit, house sit this weekend actually. So do you remember my friends Mel and Phil and Pearl? Pearl is a golden retriever. Well, they're going to Melbourne on Sunday. So I have to stay over and look after little Pearl. So that'll be beautiful. Oh, beautiful, hey, beautiful dogs. They are gorgeous. Gorgeous dogs. Okay, one set left, guys. I don't know if you noticed, guys, that I actually feel a lot stronger doing that. It definitely is helping. I mean, obviously, again, get your own advice. It's not for everyone. But wall squats are really, really handy for like building strength here, your butt muscles, your quads. Well, it's going to help me squat, right? And I have demonstrated that when I first tried to do the squat, a low squat, not a normal squat, a low squat to hold like a squat over a toilet. We'll do a demo. Let me just finish the last set. Man, the reason why I have to do them every second day is also because they're quite fatigued. When you do that, it actually does fatigue them. So if I do them every day, it's not good for them, right? You need to let them recover, right? So that's why I do them every second day. And then the other exercise that I do alternately is I have a band around my legs, well, one leg should I say. I kind of half squat, and then I'm moving my knee back and forward. So I'm kind of like strengthening the knee. Then I do bridges. You can do bridges as much as you like, and flitters on the table. So you put your legs back and forward, but you need to be on high. I'm sitting on a table basically, and I flick my legs back and forward. So let's start walking, guys. Back to the beach. I need to get back to my car. I've still got a little while, but I still need to get back to my car. So yeah. But I was going to demonstrate my squat then, but my legs are quite fatigued, right, from doing squats. So it's kind of not really, it's kind of stupid to do that. Hi, Red Bull Princess. Whew, it is cooler today. Though, look at the sky today, guys. Look at it. Isn't this a beautiful winter day? This is beautiful. So I am working in a different area today than I normally work. So I won't be doing my usual walk after work today. I might be somewhere else, or I might not even do a live stream, guys. But I'll go for a walk, but I might not do a live stream. Well, I'm glad we got to saw a pelican this morning. God, I like seeing the pelicans. They're so beautiful. Such a beautiful bird. Gosh, I slept nice last night. I listened to Simply Debbie Sue's Night Whispers. I gotta say, Debbie Sue, I love the tone of your voice when you tell the story. Love it. And there was just one strong message out of that video. I'm talking about Debbie Sue's latest video, not her latest video, but one from Sunday night, her Night Whisper series, which I hope she's going to continue on doing. It was just a trial for June, wasn't it? And we're still in July, so yeah, it's staying. She said in there, you've done enough. You've done enough. You said it in a very nice way, not you've done enough, you can go to bed. But I just heard, you've done enough. It's time to close the eyes and just relax away and go to sleep. And it's a nice feeling to think, when you finish the end of your day, not to think about the things that you didn't do or all the things you've got to do tomorrow. It's just to go, you know what? I've done enough today. Let's go to sleep. It's just a really nice way to think about it. A lot of people struggle to get to sleep. I don't seem to struggle much to get to sleep. I just go to sleep. I'm very lucky. And I know that might not always be the case. I know I'm at the age where, things happen. But, I'm holding on hope that, just because it happens to many other women, they wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and can't go back to sleep, that it might not happen to me. So, but yeah, I really like that kind of, that statement of you've done enough in this day. Go to sleep. Something powerful there. And Debbie Sue, just saying, you do enough through your day too, just saying. Oh, Susan, I'm complaining about the cold. I know it's not that cold compared to yours, but I'm still going to complain anyway, Susan. Oh, my little tootsies are a little cold. Little totsies are cold. My little peanuts are cold. Though in saying that, the sun on my back is absolutely divine. Absolutely divine. Divine, divine, divine. So guys, I can't wait for my breakfast this morning. Guess what I'm eating for breakfast? Well, what I ate yesterday was I did scrambled eggs from the chickens in the backyard. I put a bit of cottage cheese in it. And I cut up a bit of meat to put in there. I put some turmeric, I put some parsley. I put a bit of cinnamon in there too, actually. I think a bit of salt and pepper. And yeah, and I scoffed that down. I tried to get the sauerkraut open and I couldn't open it. I bought a new sauerkraut, and I'm actually guessing that, Debbie Sue, you eat probably a lot of sauerkraut. And Susan, do you make sauerkraut? I've only made it once. I need to make it again. I love sauerkraut. Anyway, I couldn't open the sauerkraut. I was very disappointed with myself, but that's okay. I got Diego to open it last night. So that way I can have it this morning. So yeah, nice breakfast. Really nice breakfast. Susan, what are you eating for breakfast these days? Are you having your porridge for breakfast because it's winter and, porridge is nice and warming? What do you have for breakfast? Debbie Sue, what do you have for breakfast? Just curious, what do people in the chat have for breakfast? I'm going to be honest, I normally have coconut yogurt. I love coconut yogurt with a bit of a mixture of mueslis and grains. I put some flax seeds on it. I put some sun seeds on it, sunflowers seeds, some honey. I put some dry banana that I dehydrated from my own banana tree, which is exciting. And I put some fruit of some description in there. That's my normal go-to breakfast. At the moment, I don't have a stove cooktop. Otherwise, I sometimes alternate and I do 2 boiled eggs. I'm a big fan of boiled eggs. Oh, God. A little bit runny in the middle. Yum, yum. Bit of salt and pepper, turmeric. Bob is your uncle and I love it. Our chickens have finally started laying again. There was a big period of time. Hello again. There's a big period of time that they stopped. They were on protest because we moved out of the house. We weren't around as much, and so they weren't happy. And there was a lot of construction at the house, so they weren't happy about that either. So they've been on protest, and it's been cold, right? That's interesting. Now that it's colder, now they're finally giving us eggs. Go figure. So anyway, we've got a nice stockpile of eggs. And yeah, you know what? I should try that. Egg, what does Susan call it? We learn how to preserve the eggs. I don't think I've got enough to preserve eggs yet, but I'm curious to do it. I don't have breakfast as much, but I brunch at about 11 a.m. I get up and start my chores, food afterwards. Yeah, fair enough. That's true. Susan just pretty much grabs a coffee and she gets out there. Debbie Sue's got here. I rarely eat breakfast. I just have tea. Well, that is your breakfast, isn't it, Debbie Sue? What's your breakfast tea, Debbie Sue? What is your breakfast tea? I'm sure it's black. You have made sauerkraut, but not for some time. I do need to make some. Hey, that could be a good recipe for you to do on a Saturday, Debbie Sue. Sorry, not Debbie Sue, Susan. So Susie in the chat, Susan does a live stream on a Saturday, which is a Friday night for you guys, where she makes us beautiful homemade goods. Really, really nice, tasty homemade goods. Last week she made a fancy Mediterranean orange cake. Man, it was fancy, but hardly any ingredients. I was very impressed. So I've got an excess of lemons at the moment, and I've been giving the excess to, obviously I've used some, I've frozen some. Anyway, I gave some to Mel, and Mel made a beautiful lemon cake. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Mel is an amazing baker. So Mel is losing her vision. She's got a degenerative disease that she knew as a teenager that she would eventually lose her sight, sadly. So she's not completely blind, obviously. She has some vision, but it is getting less and less. But she's the most amazing cook. I don't know, I have no excuse as to why I don't cook. I mean, I do right now. I don't have a cooktop. I'm going to go with that one. Debbie Sue, don't really talk about baking much. Are you a baker? Not everyone's a baker. And Susie in the chat, are you a baker? Do you bake and make yummy things? Susan is. She is a tremendous cook. And I said on her live stream the other day that if you actually go visit Susan, she'd fatten you up. She'd fatten you up like a turkey, a Christmas turkey. Because your food looks so good, Susan. So Debbie Sue loves sauerkraut. I used to make it and can it every year. Right, nice. Oh, you've got to check out Susie. You've got to check out Debbie Sue. I didn't actually know you didn't. Oh, sorry. I actually thought you knew each other. Oh, God. I normally do introduce. I just get sidetracked. Forgive me. So, obviously, I don't know exactly what Susie's channel's about, other than it says travel around with Susie. So I believe she does travel. Oh, actually, I think you had a van. Did I just have a quick scan? You had a van? And I was like, oh, yeah, van. That's why I saved the video. I think she has a van, which obviously one of my favourite subjects. Sleeping in a car and travelling around. Yeah, van life, van goals. Okay, shut up, Dora. But Simply Debbie Sue, oh my gosh. So look, Susie, in my previous life on live streaming, I would have made you a moderator so you could check each other out. So I'm not going to do that anymore because I made the mistake of making everyone a moderator so they could check each other out. And then my whole live stream became a moderator, like just too many moderators. So anyway, so can I just suggest, if you're not on a computer, what you can do is you can screenshot where Debbie Sue and Susan were talking and then go off my live. I'm not going anywhere, although I am soon. But you know where I am. Go off my live, then you just highlight the handle and then you plonk that into YouTube and then you'll get their channel. And because you see that you've got their picture, you'll be able to marry up which is their channel. And then go check out the channel. Susan and Debbie Sue are they're probably the two of my closest friends here on YouTube. And they have awesome channels. Don't believe me, go check it out yourself, right? I dare you to. Yeah, go check them out. Like I said, Simply Debbie Sue does, I was telling a story about she does night stories. And I probably should elaborate there. She does tell you, I mean, not anyway, she tells beautiful night stories. She actually makes them herself, not AI, because a lot of AI stuff around. She actually makes a story up and then she talks it in her own voice, not an AI voice. It's a nice night voice and it just puts you to sleep. And she's got these beautiful graphics. The one I watched last night had this beautiful moon, full moon. It was very, very nice. And yeah, just puts you to sleep. But her everyday content is she tells you Southern whispers. So she's in Virginia, in the mountains of Virginia, and she just tells you these beautiful stories. They have lessons to be told and learnt. Sometimes she does show her face. She'll go on there and she will sit on her porch and she'll tell you what's going on with her life. But she doesn't do live streaming. As much as I ask her to do live streaming, she's not doing it. Not yet, anyway. And that's our friend Debbie Sue. And then we have Susan, High Country Homestead. Oh my gosh. Susan's got an amazing channel also. She's a fellow Australian, right? So we talk offline. So it's as much as, Debbie Sue and I talk offline too. But Susan, she's in the same time zone as me, so it makes it easy to communicate, right? And it's nice to have a friend to be able to talk things through, about YouTube and things going on in life. We don't just talk about YouTube, that's for sure. That'd be boring. But Susan's channel is about homesteading generally and about herself really. She's her own niche, right? But yeah, it's about homesteading practices. And she has my gosh, she's got cows. She's got chickens. She doesn't have an alpaca anymore. That's a funny story between me and Susan. She did have an alpaca. She does have a dog, a little puppy called Jasper, which she just got in the last 4 weeks now, 5 weeks. And Jasper is beautiful, but just Jasper's a puppy and he's a lot to handle at the moment. There's a lot going on. And then Susan got the flu. So Susan does live streams. She does 3 live streams a week, sometimes 2, but every Tuesday. Oh, it's a bit hard to say because I don't know what a time zone it is for you. But anyway, she does a Tuesday and a Saturday morning, which will be a Friday night for you. Those are pretty much always locked in. And then on a Thursday, which will be Wednesday for you, she does a gardening kind of talk. And Susan has been doing live stream for nearly a year. And it's been great to get to know Susan on live streaming because she's a great conversationalist. She's a great live streamer. And like I said, she cooks on Saturdays, gardens on Thursdays. Tuesday, she sits in front of a fireplace, which is one of those old fireplaces, beautiful old fireplaces. Not fireplaces, it's a actual stove cooktop. It's amazing. And she'll sit there and have a cup of tea and tell us stories, and not tell us stories, but just talk. And it's beautiful. But yeah, she'd definitely do that. And she's probably already gone checking her out anyway. So I'm just talking about Susan and Debbie Sue to each other. Oh yeah, Susan. Oh, Susan, hey, actually, that's right. Susan and Debbie Sue can actually put their links to their channels. There you go, that's another idea. Forgot about that idea. If Susan and Debbie Sue haven't done that, put a link to both of your channels. That makes it easier. And then, Susie, you can actually just click on the link and go straight there. That'd be smarter. Sometimes I'm a little bit slow off the mark. Water glassing, that's what it's called. So, Susie, you got to check out this water glassing video. Actually, if you can, Susan, if you dump that video in the chat, that'd be great. Because that's your, I love that video. So Susan did this video where she was eating eggs from 2 years ago. Sounds foul, doesn't it? Sounds completely foul. But it's not. It's very cool because it's preserving. It's homesteading, right? And homesteading is really like the practices that our our grandparents and our great-grandparents would have done back in the day. And, we've become such a smarter community of, these tech-heavy people that we're now eating, fake meat. And, well, if you go to McDonald's, it's pretty much fake. We're eating all this crap, processed food now. So homesteading is really getting back to back to basics. And, there's a couple of really cool channels. Susie, you would have seen previous in the chat, Foraging Urban Farming. They're in Oklahoma and they also do homesteading and stuff, like not homesteading full on, like Susan's on a massive property. She's on 160 acres, 260 acres. She's got a lot of acres. She's got a lot of property. Where Amanda from Foraging, she's on a smaller property. There's a couple of really good channels that I follow, and there's also Kirsty and Dean, Heart's Humble Homestead. They're normally around the morning. They're also got a great channel. And if you stick around, Susie, you'll get to meet them. They're amazing. Alarm just went off. Friggin', I just had a heart attack. I had my alarm set so that I would remember that I need to get off the beach soon and go to the doctor. I'm sure you didn't hear that, well, you just heard me just jump. Oh my God. No breakfast for you, Matt? Really? Okay, am I far behind? I'm far behind the chat, guys. I'm way behind. You've only had him for 4 weeks, Susan. September was when you first did your live. It's amazing, hey? I swear it feels like ages, Susan? But I know it wasn't because last winter you weren't live streaming. But we were all kind of saying to you, oh my God, you need to live stream that. Because you were showing us photos. I'm like, oh my God, people need to see this. You're like, no. And look at you now, Susan. Susan's a professional, man. Susan engages everyone in the chat. She's amazing. Like, honestly, I don't know how you do it. Nicholas gives me shit all the time because I don't talk. I don't read all the chat. But, you know, it's just hard when you're walking along. I just can't do it. But Susan does it. All right, well, what time is it? 7:41. Actually, you know what, guys? Let's go back up this way. This is closer. When your feet are cold, these rocks hurt your feet. But that's all right. I love the sand on my feet. It feels so good. Not everyone loves that, but I do. Love, love, love it. I can hear the planes in the distance. There's an airport over there. It's Brisbane Airport. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's my pelican. Look at that. Look at the span of those wings. That is our friend the pelican. Where are you going, pelican? Oh my gosh, you're going to turn around? No, you're not. You're going to keep on going. No, that was pretty cool to see. I love them flying. They're so cool. So there's about 3 or 4 pelicans that hang out on this beach, and they're right little sluts. They go, if you have a fishing line or a boat or a kayak with fishing, they are straight to you. If you don't have that, they don't want to know about you. As I said, they're little sluts. They are little sluts. They will just go where the meat is. That's a bit harsh, Moriara. Don't say that. But yeah, normally there's one sole one by itself, and there's another one, there's about 2 or 3 that hang out together. And I think it was Monday. I think Debbie Sue, you were there, weren't you? They were fighting. They were actually fighting. We saw pelicans on a live fighting on the beach. They're little terrors, aren't they? It's amazing. I love doing live streaming and watching them. Yeah, Susie, I love live streaming and watching live streams too. What do you live stream about, Susan? Did someone share the links for Susie? Okay, we have. Perfect. So Susan's shared her link, and Susan said another link. I'm sure she probably shared her... Oh, there we go, guys. Another one. There must be some action down there, guys. As I said, the pelicans are smart, man. They know exactly what's going on. Okay, we need to go wash our feet, actually. That's what we need to do. McDonald's vomit. Yeah, I know, Matt. Excellent. Okay, Susan's put the links for Debbie Sue and Susan's channel. Yeah, so Susie, go check them out, please, because I'm not going to be here very much longer. So I'd definitely recommend just go and click on both of those links, saving one of the videos and then clicking on the other one. That way you get to check them out. Oh, let me show you the flutters that I do, guys. I sit on a table, like yo height, and I do these ones. These are supposed to be really, really good for knees. So these are ones I can apparently do all day, every day. So that's what I'm talking about when I do knee flutters. That's a knee flutter, literally. So you need to be off the ground, obviously. Like a little girl, a little kid dangling their legs on the chair. But obviously I'm a bit tall for being a little kid now. But yeah, this is a great feeling. You love the feel of sand on the beach too, Susie? Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. Absolutely beautiful feeling. So this is my local beach. This is Redcliffe in southeast Queensland. I'm 5 minutes away from here. So generally, you'll find me about 2 or 3 times a week on this beach. Sometimes 4 or 5 if she's a real achiever that week. And sometimes I'm definitely an over live streamer, like as in I'm an overachiever. But yeah, this is where you'll generally find me. I don't ever schedule my videos. I'm just way too out of control for that. I always try to, I'd love to be able to schedule live streams, but I just can't. So I just let go of that feeling. But yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, we're watching our feet. That's right, we're doing. We're washing our feet. We're trying to have less sand in the car. There are worse things in life, but anyway, this is my attempt to keep my car clean. Oh, yes, it's cold. Whew. All right, guys. Well, I think, did I get to the bottom of the chat? I love that bacon. What? I love that too. Been here a long time since I had a shoulder under my food. Oh, sorry, I can't even read that. I don't know what that meant. Sorry, Pam, I'm trying to read what that meant. Oh, we've got Brandon and Ash. We were talking about you before, Brandon and Ash, just giving you an example of how I met Susie. And I still haven't actually gone to check out Susie's videos, because when I was on your live stream talking to Brandon and Ash while you were walking on the rail corridor, I wanted to meet Susie and find out what was going on, what her channel's about. So I went over there and I saved one of her latest videos, and I put a comment on her video saying, I've checked your video, I'm going to check your video out and save it, and I'll go back to the live stream. So then I went back and, participated in the live stream. So I did that on a few of the channels from Ash and Brandon's channel. But Susie beat me to the mark. She's come and checked out a couple of my videos already, and she's joined my live stream twice. So thank you, Susie. And I will get to your video. That's why I have that playlist. So guys, I'm going to go. Nice to see you all here today. I am trying to do a scan of the video, the chat, looking really cross-eyed looking at it. You do trivia. Oh, that's right. Actually, I did see that. Susie, you schedule all your lives, and you pre-scheduled. Like, I looked at that and went, I'm not jealous. Don't compare, because you just shouldn't compare to anyone on YouTube. You're just you, and you are you, right, Susie? But Susie, traveling around with Susie, scheduled all her lives. You had, trivia, all different things. Coffee chat. Yes, I saw the coffee chat. You had them all scheduled for like the next month or so. I was like, I was having schedule like jealousy. Like I said, I can't schedule anything. But yeah, that was really, I did see that. I wonder if Dora meant it in that way. Who knows what I meant in that way, Matt. And Matt has a dirty mind too, so he probably took it to the dirty mind. Though I might have had a dirty mind when I said it, so who knows. I've already subscribed to Debbie Sue and Susan. Well, I'm glad that you met some new channels today. And This Is Pam is another channel that you should check out too. This Is Pam has really beautiful talks on real life subjects. She's in Canada. She just told me the other day. She's not in Ontario, because I said that the other day. She's not in Ontario. She is in, oh crap, what's the other place? There's lots of places. She's in Canada. She's in Canada, that big state, that big country above you in America. If someone has the time to drop This Is Pam's chat in the chat, link in the chat, that'd be great. Obviously, Susie knows the Traveling with the Combs. That's how I met her originally, so no one needs to drop that chat in there. Obviously, I can't do that from my live stream because I'm just using the normal app. Yes, they let me know that the guy tested negative, so I'm clear. Thank you, goodness. I missed that. So yeah, I'm sorry. I actually got to go, guys. Brandon, I didn't actually hear what actually happened in that scenario, so I'm just presuming. Okay, I don't want to presume anything, but at least the main thing is you're okay. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, Susan, have an awesome day. Look after yourself. You're going to the doctor too, so I'll hear from you later. I'm going to the doctor also to get my malaria tablets and get some vaccinations for Africa, the minimum as I can get. And Matt is laughing, and he's pointing up. See you, Susie. Nice to see you, and I will catch up with your content. Good to see you, Debbie Sue. Good to see you, Matt. Good to see you, Susan. Good to see you, Ash and Brandon. Good to see you, Pam. Thanks for joining me today, and thanks for giving me some time. Your busy day. Look after yourself, and go have an adventure today. Go see something you haven't seen. Go for a walk in a park. Be in nature. See the blues and the greens of the earth, right? Okay, guys, see you. Bye.